What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of Cub Reacts, as we continue to explore the latest new musical flavour worldwide. We're back inside the building once again, and we are having another look at this Black Panther Wakanda Forever soundtrack. We're getting into this one next. Anya Mmiri from Ckay and Pinkpantheress. Again, an interesting link-up, one I didn't necessarily expect to see, but I'm very excited to see how these two do combine. Obviously, Ckay has had a fantastic year of new releases. Obviously, his album's dropped as well. A ton of incredible feats from him in regards to, obviously, Love No Entity absolutely killing it. Again, I haven't reacted to any Pinkpantheress before, so I'm excited to see how this sounds as a combination. As always, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And without further ado, let's jump right into the sounds of this one. Let's go. So really interesting introduction to this. You've got the kind of whistly synthesizer sound, which is providing the majority of the melody. You've got a lot of kind of bounce in those drums. Really interesting pattern we're going for there. That dum 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 dum. And then you've got this very kind of melancholy vocal from Ckay kind of sitting over the top. I'm really interested to see how this one comes together, to be honest with you. I had a brief preview of it. I saw it on my newsfeed, and I remember it being very, very quick. So I'm excited to see how it develops.
Could I forget you?
Sorry, is that Drake?
When you build house for my mind, and you know go outside, and you know go I miss me and you, but all I have is
it can't just be me that's recognizing that similarity with Drake. I can't remember the name of the tune, but there is a tune that is very, very similar, and I'm hearing a serious similarity in Ckay's vocal approach. It's not a bad thing at all, because that tune is an absolute banger. I can't remember the name of it, though, but it's a tune that literally has the same drum pattern. This is sounding really interesting, though. It's got a kind of semi-tribal feel with the drum patterns we're hearing. Again, that sort of whistling backdrop. A lot of kind of emotion within that piano chord, which is running throughout the heart of it as well. Really interesting overall feel on this one. Let's go.
You, but that just won't do tonight. What's I depart from my eyes? Anya Mmiri, Anya Mmiri.
I'm loving the pacing on these drums, man. They've got such a nice kind of bop to them. Again, now we've got the full sort of drum set in motion. It makes a lot more sense because you've got the sort of rattling of the kind of side snare hits in there as well. You've got a couple of very subtle kind of additional pieces of percussion, just keeping it all rolling. Really, really intense feel with those drum lines. Again, the sort of background vocals from Ckay providing a lot of the atmospherics of the tune as well, giving the whole thing this kind of floaty spatial texture. It's a really interesting composition, something area-wise we haven't really heard from Ckay, but as I've said on every reaction we've done for this album so far, that's what I'm liking about it. The fact that everyone is outside their normal zone for it is great to see. I'd play this in a rave, to be honest. Interesting kind of switch up in vocals as well, going into Pinkpantheress, who I've tended to hear in a lot of kind of more sort of garage influence stuff, if I'm remembering correctly. I might be wrong on that, but what I've heard from her, she's been kind of a lot more sort of in and around the dance space. She may have had a couple of spacey, more sort of SoundCloud-esque sort of sounding R&B tunes as well that I just haven't heard. I seem to have only heard her on either garage tunes or garage remixes of her tunes. So her vocal coming in here actually works really nicely. A really nice, I want to say, contrast between both of those vocals. You've got the kind of more sort of mid-range of Ckay and then this much more higher pitch from Pinkpantheress. It gives a nice transition whilst those drums are rolling away in the background. Really smooth.
Make songs of the pain that you went through. The truth is that you can't accept the reasons I gave. You'll dance on my apology leave. I just took a walk in the rain. I thought I'd
confusion is life.
Lots of transitions in this tune as well. You can hear that piano chord has been probably the most consistent thing about it. Even though the vocals are switching, the drums are kind of coming in and out. It's almost like you've got like a live mix of the drums, like that's coming in, that's coming out, that's coming in, that's coming out, almost like dub reggae style, where certain drums are there, certain drums are not, because it's the same sort of drum set. It's just some are in, some are out at different points. You've then got obviously this transition between both vocalists, between Pinkpantheress and Ckay, and their vocals actually match up really nicely. There's a sonic similarity despite their kind of difference in sort of pitch and things like that. So it's kind of cool to hear how they sort of sit next to each other on the tune. This is a real journey. It's a journeyman of a tune.
You're with me right now, next thing you're gone. But I need you on my skin like lotion. Like lotion, baby, I miss me and you. But all I have is memories of you. But that just won't do tonight. What's I did for my eyes?
Really kind of ominous use of bass instrumentation in the low end as well, just giving it this kind of growl, this kind of sort of going on in the low end. I've got to say, I've really liked the visualizers for this so far as well. They're really simple. They're just sort of like almost sonic replication with the spinning disc, and obviously you've got the Black Panther necklace going around the outside. There's something really pleasing about how simplistic yet also effective the visualizers have been for this project. But again, tune-wise, this is interesting. No sort of, I want to say, real drop that we've heard on the other ones. This is just a kind of steady roller. And again, those whistles we're hearing, constantly moving in and out of focus. This is almost like UK funky. Like listening through this, yeah. Like if you were to just add like a more like you could imagine like the vocal from Do You Mind from Kyla. You could just hear that kind of layered over the top and it sound very, very similar. If you were to switch the vocals out, there are a lot of similarities rhythm-wise to a lot of UK funky stuff, which of course does have a lot of international influence in it regardless. But this is smooth. Very, very smooth tune. I can imagine this one getting played at a few festivals and things like that outside the normal zone you'd expect, for instance, a Ckay tune to be played in. But it's a very clever coming together. Got to say hats off to the A&R who put this one together. Let's let it run through to the end and give it our final breakdown. And there we go, the sounds of the one and only Ckay alongside Pinkpantheress with Anya Mmiri. Again, if someone wants to give me a translation in the description down below, please do. But this one, again, off the Black Panther Wakanda Forever soundtrack. Another very cool visualizer. I really like this. I really like the fact that it is stripped back. Again, it's very different, carrying on that theme we've seen so far from this album, putting artists outside their comfort zone and seeing what they can do when they're put into an alternative space. I love this as a concept. I think it's a great way of kind of exploring what artists have to offer. And yeah, I did really enjoy it. So there we go. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page. Of course, turning notifications on as well. Leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And we shall see you all next time. Have a fantastic rest of your Friday, and peace.
Sound them sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and cold.
Yes, it's Kovu, stay locked. Cam TV.
Boys, things all fit right here, and you're locked on to the best breakfast with man like Cole.
Yo, this is Aaron Glitch, and you're tuning to the sounds of Kovu right now. You already know the thing. Bad boy selector. Alright, let's go.